Apparently, masturbating inside the library didn't break any rules. Cooper began returning to the library about 6 months ago. No one stopped him.
Hello, my YouTube brothers and sisters. How you doing tonight? Well, one of my YouTube subscribers and friends sent me a video for me to check out and ask for my opinion. Now, I want you to go to the link and watch the video yourself before watching this video or commenting. And you can put in your input. You know what to do. Comment at the bottom of the screen. Alright. Basically, a man was caught jacking off. Before I get into this, if there's any children nearby, don't want to hear any obscene language or anything like that, click the X now. I give you time. Because this is going to be a mouthful. Alright. Now, this is about things that you will find in a library that is not dealing with books, dealing with computers, dealing with studying, or any type of learning activity that has no place being. This is a kind of an escape mechanism for me. When I go there, I read all the books. I sometimes go to the computer, but I have a computer of my own, but I go there sometimes if I needed to. And that's a good chance to, study and learn more things and connect with people who's in a study group or anything. And it's really cool. But there are certain things that I do experience when I was at the library. And that was years ago when I was a student, when I was a high school, middle school student. Even though my favorite place is the library, you'll find some things that are very, I have to say, has no business in the library. Sometimes I'll find students getting a little too happy with each other in the quiet corner. Or you'll find, a little happy hand adults in front of certain computers, looking up certain activities next to me, so I had to get up and move. I want to talk about something a little different, about the policies and some of the things that the library has that are, bringing in those type of activities. And some of these activities come from books, let's just say. Some of those books in the libraries that I used to go to are still there. I went to the same library that I used to go when I was in high school, and they have this kind of comic book. Now, the comic books are a little obscene. I read a lot of Spanish books, and then I'm getting, better and better when I was in school. Now, those comic books, and there's a number of them, I had no business reading those books, but I was introduced to it by my friends. They are so obscene. If my mother would have found out years ago, trust me, I would not go to the library again without my mother present. Because those type of books were so pornographic. It's like, wow. You'll see them, having sex, they doing oral sex, you can see them. It's all kinds of stuff right there. They don't even have to look up porn sites. You just have to you have to look at the books. And it's a children's library. And that's where you find it. Weird. I was a teenager then, curious me, reading books and everything. But hey, it was out there for everybody to grab. It was out there. It didn't say 18 or over. It didn't have anyone, monitoring or anything. children younger than me when I was in high school was reading those things. There were some children that should be in elementary school, look like they're 12, 11, maybe 10-year-olds, reading those type of books. And they're very highly pornographic. And the people at the library just don't look twice. They want people to be there. Earlier you just heard the man say, we want people to be here. And unless it's something that is really drawing the attention, we won't bother them. Clearly, one saw a man, touching himself inappropriately while watching a porno. Then they caught people watching child pornography. They caught people watching inappropriate stuff, doing inappropriate stuff. No telling what's going on in the library. So the question is for the librarians is it those people's fault or is it their fault? Should they stop this at the beginning? That's another question. Or how about this one? Now the guy wants to know if something that is so far extreme that they could put a stop to it, but how far can it go? I caught a man masturbating, giving himself pleasure while watching a porno. You've seen somebody going into, doing little sexual activities together. I have seen someone done that. I'm sure you've seen it because I saw a couple of librarians pass by that area. Now, it's like, if this like this in Texas at the same, I'm not going to pinpoint any library that I used to go to because it has been months since I went there. And it's not even my favorite library. My favorite one is downtown. I love that library. But this little library in the school zone, about, 2 schools, I know a high school and a middle school, is right there. One across the street, one next to it in the same area. And it's exposed to a lot of sex, violence, and just don't give a crap. Now they bringing it onto the media like they really care. But really, who should we really focus on? Should we focus on the people coming in, doing these sexual acts? Being caught doing child pornography or anything? Or should we go at the source, at the person or specific people in that library who've been working there for years and seeing this going on and doing nothing about it? How about the owner of the library who may have a few complaints from people? I know they received some complaints and haven't done anything about it because they want that same person coming back. Really? I'm just saying, how far can you go for just people coming over, just for some visitors? Now, if I had a place of business open, I wouldn't just let anybody in. And if I'm around somewhere where children come there frequently, you bet your money I have to have limited books around this area. I can't have any open pornography type of books open for them to just pick up. Well, all I can say is the library is partly responsible. I'm glad they caught this guy doing sexual acts. It just showed a lot of people who's doing that they can't get away with it and they need to stop. You want to do something like that? Hey, it's your world. There's nothing wrong with, getting yourself pleasure while watching a porno. But not in a public area. Nobody wants to see that, especially around children. Because if I would have saw that, I would straight up embarrass you. I'm sorry. I would like, excuse you, do you know that children here? I don't give a damn if I know you or not. Because that's no place for it. You want something done like that, get a personal computer. Do that shit at home. Okay? My goodness. It's not that difficult. Just wait till you get home. I mean, my goodness. I mean, come on. It's just, he got what he deserved, to be on blast like that. Because that was not the time, that wasn't the place, and certainly not around children. That's just ridiculous. And that could happen. If something that's going on around you, let them know. Put their ass on blast. Put that thing away. I have my child right here. How dare you? Open your mouth. If the library couldn't do it, you can. And if those who seen this type of activity going on, put their ass on blast. I don't give a damn. They shouldn't be doing it around that area anyway. That's how I feel. So, give me your opinion. If you have anything that you agree with, disagree with, let me know. Just, you know what to do. Comment at the bottom of the screen. But first, go to that link if you haven't, and see for yourself and give me your opinion. Alright, peace and love everybody. Take care.